Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. I have a ton of crap. I don't know how that happens during the day, but I don't know what the hell. Fingers, boogers, whatever. It all seems to end up on my glasses. It would be nice to see things. Welcome back to the shop. I just got off the line with my graphics guy for the Lemons car, and we've got kind of a head start on the graphics so that when I get back there later this week, I'm not stuck at his shop, sucking up his time, and oh, that's so much better. Doing graphics stuff and printing it out and all of that. So we're trying to get a little bit ahead of the game. If there's vinyl that he needs to order, he can order it before I get there on Monday. And he's got all the graphics and all the line art and stuff that we are doing. So he's a little bit ahead of it, which is great. That's going to save us a ton of time. And the last thing we need to do is kind of finish off the drivers and crew setup. So we're very, very close with the lemon stuff. And of course, this is brought to you by Rockstar. I actually found these today. Believe it or not, in Southwest Florida, they're actually very hard to find. Who's here? Oh, hey, Liz. So earlier today, I was running around picking stuff up. I took the motorcycle out today, which was very cool because it's only a couple of days until Thanksgiving, and I was actually enjoying myself out in the sunshine on the motorcycle. I've never done that before, so that was a very new experience for me. Very very surreal at first, just kind of getting on the highway and like, this is normal down here. So yeah, that was actually very cool. Picked up some stuff for the shop for Kev Shop 1.873 to 9.4 start date 2771.6. The some supplies just ran up to Harbor Freight really quick, and then there's an accident on the main street there, so getting out and turning around. That's the other thing you can do down here. You can do U-turns. U-turns are illegal in Columbus, Ohio. You can't do U-turns anywhere. But down here, you can do U-turn anywhere unless it says no U-turn. So trying with that accident there was blocking the left turn lane. It was really hard to. And the Harbor Freight, there's no way to like go out the back and go through the neighborhood or anything. So it was interesting, but I got it all done, and it was great to ride today. That was very refreshing. And as I was riding back, I was thinking about the Toolbox and how we're going to do this stuff. The quick and simple way is going to be empty it and reload it. And so everything will come out, and then what I need and what I want in here is going to go back in. Everything else will either get recycled or thrown away, or it'll get put in a box and saved for whenever there is a bigger box. Who's here? Hey, John. What is the torque of the highest setting on the big impact? 140. John is currently in my shop right now in Ohio working on his Mustang. I wish we could do a joint live stream. That would be great, but we'll figure that out down the road. Yeah, John, on the big impact, it is 140, 120, and 100. On the little impact, it is, what is it, 70, 90, 110? Yeah, I think it's 70, 90, 110 on that, on the little impact. The air impact. So yeah, the easiest way to do this is to do a complete box empty and then reload. But I have a preview for you guys. Amazon delivered today. They delivered too late. The sun was already down, and I'm not hauling the truck in here because I'm moving cars and stuff. So we'll do this tomorrow, and this will be a cool afternoon one for you guys. So I did that really cool write-up on Facebook about the blue truck and how much I loved it and how great it's been over the last however many years. And it has. Absolutely, all of that was true. The funny part was I get in the truck, not the next day, but the day after. And I don't remember where I was going, but all of a sudden the CDL comes on and the little message underneath where the mileage normally is says gas cap. And I'm like, what? And I check the gas cap just in case for some reason it's loose, and it's not, it's fine. I check the hose clamps on the filler tube and they're tight. And I clear the code and immediately it comes back. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I go and I look this up and I do some research and I find out it's the evap canister on the actual gas tank itself. And this will give you the gas cap warning light. It's part of that whole filler system. So I looked around and there are actually two different parts, part numbers for the Dodge Ram trucks. One is for the smaller gas tanks, the 1500s and the 2500s that have the smaller, I think it's 26-gallon tank. My truck has a 34-gallon tank and it takes a different evap. I guess the pressure rating is different or whatever. So that guy arrived today. And actually, to be honest, I didn't know he arrived because he wasn't in the normal Amazon location. He was, how come these things won't rip? He stuffed it in my mailbox. So we got this one from X4XZ Auto Parts. And put this in the recycle bin so we don't forget. And I'll show you guys what this evap canister looks like. Get it right here. We have nice new cutting blades with the great angle on them. I love that angle. So, show you guys what this evap canister looks like. Very simple, very straightforward. He has an O-ring here. And you can do this without tools. It's actually very easy to do. This is a plug, obviously, that comes off. And a hose goes on there. And then you have your plug-in right there. It's just a simple connector. And then this is your, it goes like this. This is your release tab because it goes in clockwise, counterclockwise. There's little notches here that it lines up on, and click, goes into place. This is your release tab. So this is your kind of your lock and your release. There's a new O-ring here, and that's going to actually, I'll have to pull that out. And he goes on here. Then you plug it in. Honestly, you don't need any tools. You can reach up underneath. I'll take the laptop with me and I'll show you guys where it can go. So this guy is going to get installed tomorrow. We'll do a quick YouTube on that. It will be very quick. Again, you don't need any tools. A light would be good, I would say, but no tools to do that guy. So we're going to leave him out. Now, the stuff I did get from Harbor Freight, parts trays. These guys are really cheap. They're like, I think this one's $10 or $11. And this is the larger parts tray, and I use these at the other shop. These are great. Tons of compartments. They're very cheap, and they last a long time. I've abused them. The other good part is you can label right across here. Remember, labeling. The other thing I got were 4 of these. These are the smaller ones. And these are kind of weird because I have them apart. Why the hell did you take them apart? This is the stupid label on top. Anyway, these guys, again, you can label on the front of them. But they put a label on here, and you remember how sticky that thing is? Okay. That is after I ran this, after I peeled the label off and ran it through the dishwasher. I took the tops off and ran it through the dishwasher. That's why all the tops are off of these. But they have a label on here, and they use some kind of industrial adhesive to keep it on here, which makes it a little more difficult to see the parts. So I like to peel these off, but it's just a huge mess. This is after going through the dishwasher, and it's still, I mean, it's really on there. So I don't have a heat gun or anything down here. Normally you can heat up the backside and that'll help release the adhesive, but these things are on there pretty stout. So here's the other cool part about using this system. Get these guys back on here. Is two of the smaller ones equals one of the big ones. So you can put it in your, in your cabinets or on your shelves or whatever. You can stack on your shelves. How about shelves? You can stack it however you want. So we set these guys to the side, and yeah, you can take the lids off. So if lids get broken or whatever, you can take them off. Or if you just want to use these open, you can do it like that. These lids do come off. There's no metal in these, which is really nice, and they're very lightweight, and they're cheap. I think these are like $5 or $6. They're not terrible. Very handy. Very handy. So that's the other pro tool tip of the day. Hey, Diane. Oh, cooking oil. Okay, I can do that. Oh, why did my phone just buzz? I like the idea of cooking oil. That can work pretty good. John just sent me a message. Check YouTube chat. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to detract from you guys. So yeah, I've got a fun one for tomorrow with doing that one. It should be quick and painless. There's a bunch of other guys that have done it on the 1500s, which is very common. But just remember, there is a different part number for the 2500s. We're doing that EVAP cancel. I don't remember it off the top of my head. 310-215. If I look at my order, it would obviously tell me. There's two different part numbers, 310-215 and 218, I think. Check to make sure you get the right one for your vehicle, but they're very common on Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. And it is a part, and it can fail. If you take it, you can check it too. Just pull the plug, pull it off the hose. Like I said, there's no tools. And then just give it a little shake. If it sounds like a baby rattle, it's dead. You gotta replace it. If it doesn't have any rattle, you're okay. And it's probably your gas cap that is the problem. So let's start emptying drawers. These are all of our miniature screwdrivers. All of our mini screwdriver sets that are mostly complete. Yeah, let's just keep going. Stuff on the floor. Nice to have a big bench to lay all this out in. I have no clue what the hell this is. Oh, this is a big pokey thing. Look at this. This is a miniature screwdriver kit. Very small metallic one. That's a really, really small one. That's an eyeglass kit. Like I said, all this stuff was for guitars, so it was made to be, it's all for very, very precise, very small things. If you want a cool tool, check this out. This is a quarter drive. This is 3D printed, and that is a 5-star nut or a Tesla license plate. This is how you get Tesla license plates on. Definitely a car thing. This is a bearing checker. I'm going to keep it too. This is an empty Maglite case, which can get thrown away. Sorry, recycled. Is it? No. Nope, HGF. So he cannot be recycled, unfortunately. I'll show you guys this one. I have little tiny wrenches. These are little teeny tiny guys. Look at that guy. So I'm gonna have to use a magnet to make sure I get all these guys off the ground. There's tons of stuff. Oh, I know this part isn't very thrilling for you guys. So a little tripod guy. Let's come back here. And some other Allen wrenches and see if some kind. Or no, that's for the order. Those were the 8 mils. That was for a project for the SRT 10 truck. If you ever buy, so that drawer is completely empty. Yep. If you ever buy a Nest thermostat, these are from the old ones. I don't know. It still kind of says Nest on there. They didn't print it very well. It's like a 5-star hotel. Dancing Alone with Rentals. That's actually a pretty cool name. If you get a Nest thermostat, they give you these little, you know what to call them. But they have a magnetic bit. It's Phillips on one side. It's a number 2 Phillips and a very small 1/4-inch flathead. And it's just magnetic. Same on both of them. They're kind of handy because they are kind of short and you can get a good grip on them. But I have no reason for 2 of them. So I'm just going to keep one. The new Nest thermostat I got did not have one. This is this is cold soldering iron. That's cool. Gotta have that. X-Acto. I have a whole bunch of X-Acto blades, and then of course my X-Acto knife is in Ohio. So I know exactly where it is. Not in here with this stuff. This is a Craftsman pouch or something. Scraper, these are always good, regular wrist blades. And this is a chunk of metal. It says I have no idea what that is. Nice little piece of steel. A lot of Dremel bits here. I think, even though the Dremels are in the bottom drawer. A lot of Dremel stuff. Stuff I've never even used. For a toolbox set, this is kind of an odd thing. I use this actually. I have another set of these for the regular cool. But a sewing needle set can actually come in handy when you're trying to thread wires or get wires crimped nice and clean. These guys really help out when you're trying to get corrosion off of stuff. These guys are, they can come in handy. So a small needle set is not a terrible idea. And a lot of Dremel bits. This is a bag. It's an old school. This is Radio Shack. Oh yeah, here's another. This is the cold heat. I don't know. Do you guys remember this? Oh, he got all sticky too. Oh, he's gross. I'm not gonna pick him up. Do you guys remember that? Cold heat. This is kind of a what's the best way to describe it? Like a probably a chemical soldering system. It actually works. It's kind of cool. This is a case for a Sony head unit, but inside we have a tremolo arm for a Fender Strat. I do not know why. I have a Strat, and it does have a trim, but I believe it already has a trim around. So we're done with that drawer. Go to our third drawer. Oh boy. Okay. Multimeter. Absolutely going to use this. Let's see if we can find some other trash. Here's an RJ telephone tester. I have no use for that. RJ45 jack. I don't remember what he was using that for. Circuit detective, I think I still have, yeah, there's the other half of that. This is the thing you use when you're trying to find whatever breaker you're on. And it does work. So we're going to keep it, but there's way better ways to do it. So if you have an older house with like cloth wiring or something, it's not a bad way to do it. These are very old. It's amazing I actually had this crap for so long. What is this? This is like silver bungee. Oh, no way. This is a cup. It's a little camping cup. I don't even know where I got this. Razor blades, razor blades, razor blades. Tiny utility knife. Look at that. Ever seen a utility knife that small? Look at that. It even has a little blade. It takes the other types of blades. So put them with the rest. And then we have fuses. Holy smokes. These are what are called bus fuses. They're pretty rare nowadays. These are bus fuses. They're actually by busmen. That's what a bus fuse looks like. Here's another really good example. And these guys are quantity 5. These are 30 amp. And sometimes you'll see these in cars, not very often nowadays, but they were very prevalent 40s, 50s, and 60s. Then they moved over to the ATCs. These are resistors, and the rubber band is bad. These are 7.5 kilowatt, 7.5 2 watt resistors. I think they're all the same. Yeah. That's what those guys look like. And again, there's a difference between parts and tools. So we're trying to separate the parts from the tools. This is a piece of rubber, zip tie, another zip tie, another zip tie, and another zip tie. How the zip ties going? So we have a couple of 9-volt heads and a broken alligator. Say the zip ties because we can use those. Random wire, random wire. This is a 9-volt battery clip, which we keep that for other stuff. This is all random wire. Oh, this is magnetic tape. This stuff is great. You can use this as like hidden holders and stuff. So you don't have bolts sticking out. Magnetic tape works pretty well. This is all garbage here, correct? Garbage, foam. Cute little tiny pliers. I don't know. I've got a set of those somewhere. I think I still have the rest of them somewhere. But yeah, there's good alligator clips. There's some heat shrink. And it's part of okay, so these are the good alligator clips, which we will save. Those are good. Those are good. That's garbage. That's garbage. And then we have wire cutters and then old school wire cutters. These things I've had these since I think college. These are really ancient. These are old ones. So these are wire cutters that work. And then here I have these are the current wire cutters I have. Normally I use automatic ones, but these guys do pretty much everything. So they split cable, they split other kinds of cable, cut. You can cut, you can crimp. You have 2 different crimps down here, squeezing pliers. So yeah, these are actually pretty nice. So done with those drawers. We're in this drawer. Might as well go. We have all of our pliers and really small guys. Because again, I was working with our stuff, so it's all very small. That's a very small set of channel locks. Here's another little tiny guy. A little snap ring guy. Oh, he might need some lube in there. Vice grips. And then here's one of my truck stop tools. I have this thing called truck stop tools. This is a pair. This is a set of truck stop tools. These are offset. They're great for zip ties. I will say that. When you get zip ties in weird places, that's what they're great for. I'll bring you guys closer so you can kind of see what the hell I'm doing here. Does that work? Big fan of keeping tools and parts supply. So yeah. One thing I do is I will have a supplies drawer in the toolbox. And in this toolbox, it'll probably be right here. Supplies drawer will have things like Loctite, engine lube, some glues, things that, you know, like multi-purpose lube will probably go in there. Q-tips, some cleaning supplies, very small, not like, you know, quarts of oil or anything, but it'll have very small stuff will go in there. Supplies, it's the stuff you're going to use when you're working. These are all ancient rubber tabs. Good shrink, some pliers and some dikes. These are all kind of going together nicely. When you lay them out on the floor, work out pretty nice. And these drawer liners have actually stayed pretty damn clean. It helps when you're in a really clean environment. This is the new knife set I got, and it works very nicely. It's $10 or $12. It's Work Pro, and it was on Amazon. And like I said, it's got that cool blade. It came with replacement blades, and you get like what is it? A 5-pack with the replacement blades. So I have 2 other ones. This is a pretty nice setup. These guys obviously stay. Here's the 4th one, and then the 5th one's in the house because it was trimming plastic in the house. All right, these are brushes. These brushes all the time. This is actually for a little shaver. Ancient toothbrush. I don't know, are these bristles still good? Oh yeah, they are. So brushes we use all the time to keep stuff clean and clean off parts, and we also use it to prep stuff. So when it goes back together, it's nice and clean. Brushes are very, very handy. We have a lot of brushes, and we have a lot of acid brushes because they came in like a 200 pack, and so I just kind of threw them all in here. And the acid brushes usually come in a couple of different sizes. So you usually have the small guy like this, and then the bigger guy like this. And these are great. Normally I keep them in a jar, but in the toolbox we'll keep them in some kind of tray, or kind of up in a corner. And regular pair of scissors that I think I've already destroyed. These were new. Okay. And yeah, again, this has got a few hairs from the brushes, but nothing too major. And then up here, this is all measuring stuff, and I've kept this one pretty clean. So these are all things to use for measuring. So temperature, stud finder, beep, 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 beep. Okay, we got it. We've got our really nice, 2 really nice sets of calipers here, dial caliper, and then we have our quick and simple plastic calipers. If you have a shop, get a set of plastic calipers. These are really helpful. You can get a cheap set of digitals, and you don't care if you step on them or break them or leave them in a car or something. But the plastic ones are really great for doing quick. Oh, I just have to find out. Oh, how tall is this? Oh, he's 48. I don't need an exact measurement. I just need something very close. I'm not doing machine work. That's where these guys come in handy. Scale. This is a fishing scale, and there should be a hook here. Yeah, here it is. There's a hook that goes on this. We used it for weighing the seat, so we changed it. And you can use this for weighing stuff, which is very handy. Again, all these different forms of measurement, just so you can have something kind of accurate. Actually, I have compasses and protractors in here. No shit. Got a lot of pens as we mark stuff. And this is funny. This Sharpie says head department on it. And that was one of the departments I worked in film video. And that means that Sharpie is pre-millennium. What's that? We have, again, some guitar tools. These are intonation tools for Floyd Rose and for Ibanez Trums. And these are this one is a official Ibanez one, and this is a copy, I think. Yeah, because this one has the knurled knob and this one has the flathead. So these are guitar tools. These will go with guitar tools. Oh, what else we got? Hole punch. I cannot remember the last time I've used a hole punch. These are 357 batteries. These are for the calipers, the digital calipers. For some reason, they run out of batteries really quick. Regular clear ruler, and then level with stud finder. Then I got this. Somebody says a whole bunch of presidents on the back. And United States and their capitals continued. This has inch and metric. I think this was someone at Tail the Dragon was doing a promo and was giving those away. This is Bic Whiteout. I don't think I have any use for this, and I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's totally dried up. Okay. Tire pressure gauge. If you don't have this in your shop, you shouldn't have a shop. And this is tire pressure filler, but I obviously don't have the adapter here. I don't know. I think that's with some of the other parts. So we'll hang on to him. I do have a different tire pressure gauge. Here's another Maglite case. Again, this one has guitar tools in it. It has a very small. This is actually from an ignition set of wrenches. I was using it something for guitars, but I remember using this for guitars. I don't know why it's taped up there. But this is a bunch of guitar tools. And this is digital caliper, 0 to 100 millimeter. But he's not in there. So these guys can, well, this case can go away. He's obviously glass fiber. It's really funny. It looks like a wood grain case, like it has a wood grain finish, but it's all plastic. So props for trying to do that. This guy's super clean. So top of the box is empty. Very nice. I can probably pick this thing up now. Put these guys out of the way. This is a bearing tester for loaded bearings. You can put your bearing on here, and then you can put pressure on it, and you can tell if it's good or bad. Again, I use that in the film industry more than I use it in the car industry, because usually the car industry bearings are a lot bigger, but you can use it still. Five-star hotel. I didn't get that reference, but I'll take it. This drawer has a whole bunch of miscellaneous. We have our bench top. This guy's supposed to go here. He's kind of a miscellaneous driver set. The ratchet driver, the adapter I'm using over there. Extension, a whole bunch of missing bits. but sockets. So I guess we can use them somewhere, right? And then, yeah. Oh, this is all the stuff I brought down. These are my extras from Ohio. So I have a quarter drive, some extensions. I brought these down from Ohio so that I can use them. God, this camera is so unflattering. Like I don't have a gut, but holy crap. I mean, oh yeah. Oh, thanks. Wow. All right. Harbor Freight socket set, 3/8 drive. Stupid cheap. Again, don't need anything extravagant right now. This is a huge, I don't remember. I think somebody got me this for Christmas or something. This is a massive like screwdriver set. And it's from Cobalt and it has all these different bits and stuff. And they're all like, there's like huge extending bits here. And I think I was using those again for guitar stuff. So that's cool, but it'll go in with screwdrivers. This is another cool. This is one of those truck stop tools that I found. This is a little tiny ratchet, and he takes a 6-point, and then you can do the adapter, and he has a bunch of little sockets with him. This guy was cool. And I like truck stop tools. I love the weirdness. Benchmade. This is a knife my brother gave me when he got back from Iraq. And it's obviously not in here, and it is not cheap. If you enjoy knives, Benchmade. This is the good stuff. So I don't think there's any note or anything in here. Nope. Honestly, don't need anything from that because I still have the knife. Oh, this is the cap for that Cobalt thing, I think. Maybe. Yep. We have a cheapo imposter. Oh, this is a Harbor Freight. This is actually a Dremel, and he's not very good. I think he's kind of one speed. I don't even know if he still works. Let's try him out. Because it says 8,000 to 18,000 RPM. So there's nowhere to set the speed anywhere. So still works. Oh wait, is that set? No? I don't know what sets the speed. Anyway, so it'll work for specific stuff, but it's kind of a backup. Again, this is just one of those super cheapo things. I don't think I ever used that. I always used the actual Dremel. These are drilling charts. So if you're looking for drill sizes for tapping, same thing. These are just charts. Handy to have. No reason. Well, just check it all out online. This is a good one to have, though. This is the same thing. This is a small one. This is from Starrett, who makes really good stuff. These are metric to English conversions or to inch conversions. That's just a handy. It's a flashcard. It's a good thing. This is a bit holder. Here's that adapter I was talking about. There's this thing, which is here. Oh, these are sockets that go elsewhere. So this stuff comes out here. Oh, this is a bunch of broken parts. Miniature C clamp, always handy. I'm not doing brake calipers with it, but these are miscellaneous bits and extensions, and I think I know where that other extension goes. He goes here, and he goes right there. And this is another, it's another Cobalt kit. Again, it just has basic bit drivers and then a ton of extensions. So I was obviously trying to get into somewhere deep. Hey, this is a crescent wrench, and it was also known as a Saskatchewan nut furrer. Um, and then obviously a tape on here to protect it against some kind of finish. Crescent wrench is the massive desperation move, right? Oh, what's this? Oh, this is for that cobalt thing. This is that gooseneck. Lets you spin it in all sorts of weird directions. This guy? No, this guy. Okay. You can tell how long it's been down there. It peels off like that. No other parts. Model number just says Husky. This thing is officially, this is 2014, so this is officially 10 years old. A little more. Oh my gosh. This is all the drilling stuff. I have a lot of drilling stuff. You don't realize it until all of a sudden it's in here. Let's see, what am I? So, old drills. Yeah, Dremel drill bits are actually really nice because they go down incredibly tiny. Dremel drill bits are awesome. Camera pro tip: wear black. Yeah, yeah. But that's what's jacked up. It's just the way the shirt is folding and the way the pants are. It's like as soon as I stop, it'll just fold over. It doesn't fall down from the chest. It just folds over right there. It's all right. It's good motivation anyway. I need to be careful during the holidays and not eat too much. These are drill stops. Yeah, if you're a shop, you should have some of these. Step drills, they're great for doing panels and making holes a little bit bigger. They also work really nice for cleaning up holes and partially countersinking. These are very special boring bits or wood. I have a few sets of those. Here. Same kind. Oh, he's going to fall out. So these are kind of specialty drill bits that are not something you use every day. These are reamers, which is kind of like a step bit, but there's no steps. So you can do it whatever size you want. And we also have our deburrs and countersinkers, and they work great. Love those. I have a very old set of bass strings, and we would use these to hold things up, whatever. And we're done. Whoa. We've got a brass punch, which is a good thing. A whole bunch of brand new drill bits. Drill Master, that's obviously Harbor Freight, but little tiny bits, and you go through those. And then Bosch Titanium 3/32. I was using this for tremolo stuff. When I was doing prototyping, that punch is going to be very handy. That brass punch is really nice. More drill bits. Oh, there's my other big guy. And another small guy. This is, again, this is basically all you need for house. For your shop, you need a bigger set. And where did that go? There he is. And then he goes right there. And then across this one. This is a trailer screw. So I need to remember him. This is a regular masonry bit. And we have some other specialty bits. This is a tremolo. This is part of a tremolo. And we were using this one for testing. This is a little bit loose. It's got a little bit of play in there, which we can't have. So here's for show. More drill stops and even more drill stops. I don't know why I have so many damn drill stops. I didn't use them that often. Got a whole bunch of tiny drill bits that are trying to sneak away. So I think drill stops are going to get their own section in the new toolbox. Got everything out of there. All right, where did Rockstar go? Okay, sorry, just got an update from the group message at Road Atlanta. The folks are very happy that the graphics are done. Yeah, that is just what I wanted. Awesome. So, keeping the masses happy. Where are we at here? We got our stuff coming over this one. This one's very easy. These are all of our files. And again, we have standard metal files. I have one wood file. It's okay because I'm not really into filing wood. And then these are handles for files. They actually go on the ends like that. And I have a bunch of very small files, and they're kind of corroded. That's what happens to them. Those are mainly for guitar stuff again. So we're gonna set the files up here. Believe it or not, there's not that much stuff in this toolbox. It's just poorly organized. This is an old school gimbal for a camera. This is pre-GoPro. So your camera mounts, this is actually a QRP right here. QRP means quick release plate. And this is 1/4 and it goes into your camera or whatever. It goes on here. And then this guy, you can rotate whatever. And then this guy is the gimbal portion, and he rotates around like that. And then this guy is the piece that I made, and with 2 set screws, he clamps onto a clamp like this guy. He clamps onto a clamp like this, and then you can clamp this anywhere. So I can clamp it onto laptop, or I could clamp it onto the edge of the toolbox, and you could have a cool view down. We use this for a lot of guitar instructional video stuff. So that's why he was pretty cool. But there's way better mounts out there now. And I mean, this was done a while ago. So don't need that. But at GemFest, we did live feeds with that. We would clamp that onto the headstock on the artist's guitar, and it would look right down their neck, and we could switch to that camera, and that would be really cool. Nut drivers and a very simple case that I made from, I don't even know what this is made from. It's half of a case, piece of foam, and those are nut drivers. Nut drivers do not discriminate. They will go anywhere. They don't care. Works fairly clean too. All right. Here we go. This is electrical. Again, there are a whole bunch of different gauges of wire in a whole bunch of different colors. And then I have solder, obviously. This is all the wiring drawer. So we're definitely going to have a wiring and electrical drawer in there. I want to keep this stuff kind of together. These are nozzles for a heat gun that I don't think I have anymore. Yeah, I have more resistors. What are these? These are carbon film resistors. These were for the line lock kits. These are Zener diodes, actually. Yeah. So, electrical, and I don't know what to do with these because I don't have that peak on anymore. So, stuff goes away. This is no clue. Soldering tips. Oh, they're all emptying out here. All these. All right. Yeah, right. And these are for, yeah, these are for a multimeter that I no longer have. Oh, that's because that thing's broken. So that's why those guys. You're wondering what soldering tips look like. These are what soldering tips look like, and they just screw into the soldering iron. So very simple. We've got a ton more solder here. We're soldering all different like thicknesses and different densities. Even more solder. And there's more wire. Lots of wire, lots of solder. Especially when doing guitar stuff, solder a lot. Wire a lot. And all this stuff is from Radio Shack. So I think I got a bunch of it when Radio Shack was going out of business. I went and cleared out a bunch of supplies. We have a this is just a two-way mini toggle. I don't really see these anymore, but I used them a whole bunch. This is these are 2 pieces of PVC. These are yeah, they're not really the right size, but we can still. So you don't see these very often, but I used to use them a lot. So the credit cards and stuff that come in the mail, you know, $500 off purchasing a new Dodge Chrysler Jeep. The fake American Express card. It looks like you got an Amex Gold card, but in actuality, it just says your name here. And these cards I would use for cleaning up like epoxy, making stuff smooth, or mixing stuff with this. I would use this on whatever surface so that it would get really close. If I only had like 5-minute epoxy, I would use this stuff and mix it on here and then get it over quick. These are, you know, you don't really see these things anymore. You can also use them as shims if you're trying to shim something up. Whatever. They were very handy. They don't usually send them in the mail anymore. Kind of good for the supplies drawer. Just, you know, clean up glue, whatever. So I would always open those letters up and be like, "Oh, hey, thanks for, you know, $500 off a new $60,000 car. Appreciate it." But I'm going to use this card. I'm going to mix up some 5-minute epoxy and yeah, that is this thing. All right. We have a. All right, this is more Dremel stuff and really fine screwdrivers. This is actually a good spot for all of our Dremel stuff. So we're going to put this with our Dremel gear, and we'll put our Dremel in here too. These are little tiny O-rings, again, go in supplies. This is another Zener diode. Silicon diode, 50 volt, 1 amp. These are O-rings, so they're going supplies. This is just a Tupperware tray. Use this sometimes for cleaning parts, sometimes for wet sanding. We'll have a little piece that goes in here. Like I said, on guitars, you're doing very small, very minuscule sections. So we can put that with finishing. There's a bunch of finishing supplies over there. This is, God, what the hell are these? They're going in the trash. We have got ancient tape, and this is double-sided tape, and it has dog hair all over it. This tape is definitely expired. And in here we have buffing wheels. You can tell we're buffing guitar bodies and stuff like that. Still works for car stuff, so we'll keep it with our buffing and cleaning supplies up here. I kind of already have a cabinet going for buffing and cleaning stuff. So, other one. This drawer is probably going to be our supplies drawer. Down here, we've got Scotch-Brite pads, which we love Scotch-Brite pads. I think this is a wallpaper scraper. I think that's what it's for, but I obviously used it for something different. But I'll hang on to it. I've got to get rid of wallpaper. I've got enough wallpaper here to make you cry. This sounds like a lot of parts, so let's take a look. Oh, this is a drill and wall plug set. That's very, very homeowner-y, so we'll keep that. What is in here? Oh, these are shreds. Oh, yeah, these are foam brushes that are solid. They're dead. And then this foam, which I really have no use for. And then, like I showed you guys the other night, we have our stainless steel polishing kit and our aluminum polishing kit. And those are just going to go in the cabinets down here. There's no reason to have them out. We'll put them with cleaning supplies and stuff. What else is down here? It is a label. So, something in China. Now that's surprising. Oh, what did we lose? Oh, another zip tie. Black zip tie in a black toolbox. It's easy, right? Okay, that whole side is done. All right, I need a rock star. Keep going, man. Gotta keep doing this shit. I'm gonna check the comments here. Yay, okay. Engraver. Again, this is for kind of everything. You can use this all over. The engraver is very handy if you're trying to number stuff or put a torque measurement on something you never want it to come off. Engraver works really well. So we'll put the engraver in with the Dremel stuff. This is the other part of the sewing kit for the needles. So where did my needles go? They went over here. All right. This is garbage. These are all of the tweezers and dental tools for doing really precise stuff. Just launched right out of there. And I got a bunch of those and very specific tweezers. Where the hell did he go? He was just there. He was just there. Not have gone far. There he is. Okay. So that drawer's cleared out. Again, working with guitar stuff, having tweezers is really, really a good idea. Ooh, the hammer drawer. 1 hammer, 2 hammer, 3 hammers. And again, these are the hammers that you use when you're working on guitars. You have a very small brass hammer, a very small steel hammer with different, you can change out the heads on these. They don't have a lot of throw. They don't have a lot of weight behind them. So that's really all you need with guitar stuff. With car stuff, you need different hammers. Here's a metric drill bit chart from Hanson. We don't need that anymore. These are heads for a couple of those hammers. These are very expensive dies, very expensive taps. So they are going to go with the drill bit stuff. That's for the hammers. This is tap. This is the cover for a tap and die set that's no longer there. Who knows where the hell that went? These are ATC fuses and a fuse tester. Use these all around cars. Most cars now are mini ATC. So oh, a bunch of finishing stuff in here. All right. Give me a second before we get to these last two drawers. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna come back right to you guys. Okay. Just give me a second. Whew. I just have a bathroom in the shop. Okay, much better. Much better. All right, we'll do these last two drawers. These again are mostly finishing stuff. Again, a tray, and there's a bunch of, I don't even know what grit. You can barely feel that this is sandpaper. But again, you're doing really fine stuff with guitars. So that's why everything's so small. I think this sanding sponge is dead. What do you think? Is that dead? Yeah. Has served. A lot of these sanding sponges, a lot of the finishing stuff. This one's really fine. This one has kind of interesting notches in it for doing insides. This one's dead, by the way. Yeah, I don't know about the finishing stuff. We'll set it up and off to the side. Super fine 3M. More tack cloth stuff. Some 4/0 steel wool. These are more, it's a Christian Dior bag. I think that was for the silk. This guy is dead. This guy's still alive. This guy's still alive. And we have some, let's maybe give the, oh, this is because it's empty. So those guys are okay. So let's get it clear out a whole bunch of this crap. Oh my God. Dryer's scratch X. This is all solid. Again, this is great for getting scratches out on finishes. So sometimes we use car stuff, and then we use nail polish for touch-ups on stuff. All of this stuff is solidified. It's kind of hard to see. Obviously, the black you can't see. My garbage is going to look like some kind of hoarding hooker moved out. Black, you can't see. The green, you can see, is completely coagulated. Not coagulated, I guess separated. So yeah, these are all done. The clear is actually okay. The clear is still, he's yellowed, but he's still solid. So into that. This is a odorless thinner. Okay. These are paints. And this is Flash Tack. This is a this is kind of like super glue, but a little bit different. It's cyanoacrylate accelerator. So it's hard to explain. It's like regular super glue, but it helps it go quicker or harden quicker. Like it'll bond your skin instantly, but it doesn't always go attach other stuff very quickly. So you can put that, you can spray that accelerator on there and it works. This is more paint. Here you go. Little magnifying glass, and put that up to the camera lens. Oh yeah, there we go. And he's got a little magnet on him. So you can put them somewhere, and this is great for soldering, stuff like that. So, then an SOS pad, he's good for cleaning up stuff. Old ancient paint. This is a sanding block I was using. Again, you're doing guitar stuff, so you're doing very small areas, very fine things. And he was perfectly flat, so I used him as a sanding block. I don't even know what word that is. This is odorless. The odorless thinner I might hang on to. I remember, for some reason I remember needing that stuff. This is the accelerator also for the super glue, but he's solid, so he's dead. A regular pink pearl eraser. You can do a lot with little erasers like this. This guy is still rubber, which is great. So we're going to hang on to him. Another buffing wheel. You can go over with all the buffing stuff. Another buffing wheel. It's a quick color thing. These are
almost all of this stuff is fine. Emery boards, perfect for doing very fine finish work. If you've ever seen, an awesome set of nails on a lady or on a guy, that's because they're using super fine. This is really, really fine sandpaper on these. They're also cheap and very easy to find. This is start today. It's a credit card of some sort. So a lot of this stuff is just ancient. Again, a couple of foam brushes. These guys are still good though, so we'll hang on to them. But yeah, you can see the emery boards like these guys. These are incredibly fine. And if you're doing small stuff, emery boards work really, really well. This is so smooth, this number 3. This has got to be 3,000 or 4,000 grit. And you get them in bigger sizes too. So, if you're looking for finishing stuff, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. This is a paint pen. And I have a lot of very small chunks of sandpaper and sanding brush and emery boards I've cut off and stuff. Go to your page. We'll keep the regular nail file. Never know when you need to do your nails. Rubber sponge. This guy is kind of old, but he still works. Again, they kind of figured this out with Magic Eraser. This is sort of an early Magic Eraser thing. And again, more emery boards. It really is amazing how you can do quick clear coat repairs with emery boards. Here's another nail polish. This used to be blue, and he is just completely separated. Let's see. If you put it in a paint shaker, he might come back. But he's got to be almost a decade old. Okay. So there we go. And last and least, this is the handle for this toolbox that can go on either side. But all it really does is take up space. So we have it. We keep it with the toolbox just in case for some reason we sell it or whatever. Again, we put this guy back in here. This was a Tremolo test device. So this was on here, and then the tailpiece. This was for testing different thumb screws. I don't really need this, but I'm going to take it apart and take that tremolo piece off there. These are biscuits. I built this huge library at one of the other houses. It was 24 feet long this way and 18 feet at its longest point this way. But the sides, this side went up at an angle. And I used biscuits to join because they were single pieces of shelving. So I used biscuits at the corners and then used those for shims and all that other stuff. Here we have a ton of Dremel stuff. And I've had this Dremel box a long time. Like a long time. There, I think that's my original Dremel. I think it's burned out. But I've had this box for a very, very, very long time. So we might just put, since it's the right size, we might just put all of our Dremel stuff in here, all of our bits, all the little tiny drill bits and everything. Put it all in here and keep it in the lower drawer just because it is the right size for everything we do. So put this up here with Dremel stuff. Is it going to be fun to reload all this? This is a routing attachment for the Dremel, so you can route stuff. We'll hang on to it. I believe it still works. Yeah. A little corroded, but everything still works. And we have more steel wool. This is just double lock. This is not 4.0. So this is kind of pre-polishing, pre-anything. It's good steel wool though. Doesn't go bad. I guess it could. This is a fence for the Dremel router. Goes on here like so, something like this. And this allows you to do an edge, whatever, perfectly. So we'll probably never ever use that again. Again, when I was doing that big library project. Oh, I have my little wireless Dremel here. There's an old school Dremel. I don't even know if this thing works. We'll plug it in. This was a little rechargeable guy. This guy was awesome. He doesn't have any juice in him. And I have no clue where the charger is, which kind of sucks. Because these guys were great. I love this little thing. Oh well. Let's check and see if this one works. I think this one is dead. Off. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah. Also, something's shocking me as I'm doing that. So, unfortunately, this guy has served his life. But I definitely got 100,000 miles out of it. There is an instruction manual for a toolbox. Do you believe that shit? Hey, lid opens, drawers open, there's keys. I don't know. Just got the left in there. Cap on the drawers. And so there we go. We have a completely empty toolbox. And I'm going to do something that you should never do when it's packed full of tools. And I'll do this just to kind of show you guys. Let's see. Looks like this, this, and like this. Isn't that how they do it in the ads? Something like that. Now, if you have this loaded with tools, it'll just fall right over. So don't ever do that. But we have our old Husky toolbox all ready for brand new tools. And we'll put tools in it. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I should probably do it before I head out of town, but at least we have a toolbox that is totally ready for anything we want to put in there. And we also have our label ready. The other reason I'm not putting tools in there right now is because, and you guys will crack up at this. At least I hope you will, because I almost lost it last night and I flipped over to laughing at myself. So I ordered all of these tapes for the new labeler. Let me show you. Like tons and tons, all those different colors, all that stuff. There's even more here. So I ordered all of these tapes. All of them work. All the colors work perfectly. I put them in there. I did a little thing test, printed, no problem. The ones I need for this, black with white letters, both of those ate themselves the very first word I typed. So, yeah. This will, I'll probably wipe everything down too with 409 or whatever, just to get some of the old dust and crap off of there from a decade of sitting in my basement. But yeah, the two tapes from yesterday, I was so bummed. I was like, the only two that I really need to finish this whole project and video with you guys, you know, I can do berry pink, I can do yellow, I can do blue, cannot do black with white letters. Come on, I need one little break. So I ordered 2 new ones. I actually ordered a 4-pack for about the same price, totally different company. So hopefully these are slightly better quality. But I was distraught yesterday when I saw that. I was like, no, like the laminating top came away from the actual plastic of the label, which came away from the adhesive. It was like 3 separate parts, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So. Oh, another fun project for the house that's coming tomorrow, allegedly, I'll check on that, is the new remote garage door opener. These things are from LiftMaster or Chamberlain or whoever, kind of the same company. They've been around forever and ever and ever. It is this keypad. You'll see this, and this is how to program it and erase it. And oh, that's coming apart. But these have been around forever and ever and ever. They have not been updated, and at least I don't think they've been updated ever. So LiftMaster, go ahead and update these. That'd be cool. You know, maybe a slightly smaller design. And this is a little big. It does have a 9-volt in it, but you could probably clean it up. Maybe modernize it, offer it maybe more than one color, PC beige. But anyway, I got their new version that has a camera in it, hooks up to the Wi-Fi in the house, and it mounts outside. It's the kind of the modern version of this, but this is the cheap one for like $15. The new one is, I don't know, 50 or $60. So it's okay. You guys can modernize this. Just the basic one. Okay. And $100, modernize it. If you want to call me, I'll modernize it for you. No problem. So yeah, that's the other fun part is we'll actually have a camera out front that I can check on when I'm out of town and see, you know, who's here and all that stuff. That'll be nice. Now I just got to figure out where the hell I'm at. You know, really good. It'll look very odd on the house because everything's very symmetrical. So if you have a camera here on the one side of it, it'll look kind of weird. I'll figure it out. Not worried about it. So yeah, we are all set to reload this. And like I said, we'll do the evap canister on the truck tomorrow. I'll bring you guys. I'll grab the laptop. I'll go put the mic on. I'll go right underneath the truck. You'll be able to see with the light. You should be able to see everything. And like I said, it's no tools. This part, where the hell did it go? It's right here. This part was, I have to look. I'd want to say it was less than $20. This part was less than $20, and it was here in 48 hours. So it's not very expensive. You don't need tools. And for your friend that's struggling with the gas cap light on their Ram, Chrysler product, Jeep, whatever, you can be a hero and literally just slide underneath wherever the gas tank is. Tab, unscrew, pull it off, take off the hose, take off the plug, put the new one on, make sure the O-ring's on, put on the hose, put in the plug. The code actually should clear itself very quickly. It should clear it immediately. It might clear it on, I think it's 10 key turns, and it'll clear it. Or you can just use the code reader and clear it right away. So there we are. We have a clean toolbox ready for tools. And some of these are going to stay out because I'm going to use them tomorrow for putting the new keypad in for the garage / shop. And so this stuff will stay out. But then tomorrow evening we'll do a reload. I'll put a whole bunch of the stuff back. Parts will go in the parts bins and all of that. So this way, we're getting as organized as possible. We're getting as many tools in here as possible because it is not a very big box. but we're trying to stay car focused instead of guitar focused. And I can have a, go get a smaller toolbox and put all the guitar stuff in there if I really want to. For now, it'll just go in just a regular cardboard box. And I think that's right now the best way to do that. So that's where we're at. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know this isn't exactly thrilling. It's not doing burnouts in the Viper or, super fun track days in the Miata. But this is all the stuff that, like I said, I've said this a bunch of times. When you watch those shows, you got 42 minutes to take 2 buckets of rust and turn it into something that went to the Lord at SEMA. This is all the stuff you don't see. You don't see the guys in the shop cleaning out their old toolbox to put in their specialty tools. You don't see the guys with a tap kit cleaning out the threads on brake calipers that just came back from the powder coater. You don't see any of that stuff, but all of that stuff is required when you want to have amazing cars and you want them to be bulletproof and you want them to look good, you want them to work well. They're very, very so many more than much details that you've got to that you have to know about before you can do all that stuff. So I'm trying to bring all those to you guys, and hopefully that makes the process smoother because you don't have to go back and do it. A lot of times I've had to go back and do it. I didn't put this washer on, or I put the wave washer when it should have been the lock washer, whatever. So all this stuff, oh, did you clean out the threads on those calipers? No, you got to clean out the threads before we mount it, because otherwise those, the powder coating is going to get hot and it's going to glue that thing. So there's all that stuff. You don't want to do it. None of it is fun. You always want someone else to do it, but it's part of the deal. If you're doing this stuff on cars, you want it to be the best. And then also the cool part is, someone asks you about it, you can be like, oh yeah, well, I had to do this, and then there's 5 extra steps that I had to do in order to make it right. They didn't realize that, and now they know. So you're kind of accidentally teaching them to do that the right way, whether it's the powder coating the brake calipers, or how to fit the hard top or the soft top on the Miata, whatever it is. You're sort of helping them, educating them on how to do it the right way. And so you're accidentally teaching them, which is always cool. Hopefully it comes back with a thank you or a plate of cookies or whatever. That's what we all hope for, right? So I really appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Hopefully you had a good time and saw some insight into what this toolbox used to do, and kind of the funny and weird stuff. And I just want to look in the trash can. Actually, I threw out a lot of stuff. That stuff I've had for a long time, and I threw a ton of it away. I'll probably throw a bunch more away, just because it's either not going to get used or whatever. I think I've kept most of the stuff I've kept. That I have kept, I will keep. I don't think I'm going to throw away any more stuff. I might get rid of that cold heat just because it's all sticky. It's that rubber stuff that corrodes and gets sticky really fast. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys hanging out tonight, and thank you everyone for subscribing. I know this sounds weird, but we're in triple digits now. I think we're in triple digits. I don't know. We were so close yesterday, so I'm hoping we're in triple digits. And that's from you guys. Like I said, I don't get paid for this. I don't do any promotion outside of posting on Facebook or Instagram that I'm going to be live in the shop tonight. I don't pay advertisers. I don't have a producer. I don't have a manager, anything like that. This is all you guys wanting to be here and enjoy this and hang out. And I appreciate it. I really do. It's very cool compared to all the other stuff out there that gets pimped really hard, and they try to make it sound way better than it is. This is all real. This is live. There's no script. If I screw up, you get to see it. If I succeed, you get to join me in that, in that party. So I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like the setup. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun for me. I love doing it. Like I said, I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Like I said, in the afternoon, sun's out. I'll crawl underneath the truck and I'll show you how to do that eval. It's so fast. It's literally it's 2 minutes. It'll take me longer to put the light up there than it will to actually do that. And hopefully it helps some people out. We'll do it as a separate live so people can watch it. Cool. All right. Thank you all very much. And don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give them a kiss on the cheek, give them a kiss on the tip of their nose, hold their hand and give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it is far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. I will catch you. I'll catch you tomorrow. Let's say lunchtime. Lunchtime on the East Coast. All right. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.